87%. Yeah, that's the percentage of all real estate agents that get in the business today that'll be gone in 2 years. Let me tell you something. Why is there so much turnover in real estate? Because it isn't easy. And because most people don't know exactly what they need to do to get to the next level. Now look, regardless of whether you're brand new to the industry or you're a team leader, you've got 40 people on your team and you just want to get to the next level. If you're doing 10 transactions a year, you want to get to 25. You're doing 500 transactions a year, you want to get to 1,000. You're at 1,000, you want to get to 10,000. Let me tell you something. You need the right coach. Why? Because Club Wealth is the only coaching company on the planet that will literally guarantee that you will double your income or make at least an extra $100,000 your first year coaching with us, or we will give you 100% of your investment back. This is for people of all levels. Click the link below, sign up for the appropriate tier level, and let's get you a strategy session today. And I promise you, I 100% guarantee you, promise you that you will walk away with a heart full of gratitude for the time that we took for you because you got so much value out of that call. Schedule your strategy session today. I promise you'll be glad you did. What's up, everybody? Michael Hellickson here with Club Wealth TV. So glad to have you. I am here with Club Wealth coach Melanie Vanderzand, and we are talking about youth in leadership. Listen, Club Wealth has long believed that we need to have a solid youth and leadership program. We've had it in place for several years now, actually quite a few years. It's a wonderful program. It's designed for youth ages 12 to 18 years old. And essentially what we do is at our big events at Business Strategy Mastermind Conference and Listing Agent Bootcamp, which happen twice a year, we have kind of an event within an event, and it's our youth and leadership event. And there's usually about 20 to 30 youth that participate in it. And some of the kids have been through this program now for multiple years. I know both my kids, Austin and Madison, have been through the program. They both did 4 or 5 years in the program. I think it was about 4 or 5 years for each of them. And we've got an interview later today with my daughter Madison. I'm going to be doing an episode with her. I've got Amber Santa Ana, who spent 4 years in the program. Amber, when she graduated the program, started her own property management company. Very proud of her. And she has now, at 21 years old, she had 77 doors under management. And by 23 years old, which she's about 23 now, she's knocking on the door of 150 doors under management. Again, youth and leadership really was a big component for her in her life as well. We'll talk about that on her episode. And then Kelly Mahoney, I'm going to be meeting with Kelly today as well. And Kelly has had great success with youth and leadership. And so just proud of all these kids and the adults that they've become. And today I have Coach Melanie Vanderzand with me, who is the leader of the Youth and Leadership Program. She's our Club Wealth coach that runs the program. And we're going to talk a little bit about her background and the goals for the program and exactly what it does for these kids. So Melanie, thank you so much for taking the time to spend a few minutes with me today. Tell us about your background. Now you're Canadian, right? Which means that you pay 35% more for everything than we do down here in America.
Unfortunately, yes. That is correct.
And so, and you used to be with Keller Williams, right? Didn't you run the Youth and Leadership Program for Keller Williams for a long time?
Yeah. So it was called Quantum Leap for Young Adults. Keller Williams, and I did that for 3 years.
That's awesome.
Before moving on in the company I was working for and joining Club Wealth. So that was sort of my journey with that. But it's always been a passion of mine to help youth. And I think there's a lot of things that are not taught in school, not taught by parents. And I love to be the one to help open their eyes.
So let's talk about that a little bit. So, first and foremost, I love your background, and that had a lot to do with why you were selected to lead and guide the Club Wealth Youth and Leadership Program. And you came in and had to fill some pretty big shoes. The gentleman that led that program prior to you coming on, retired and actually. And when I say retired, he's old. I mean, it was time for him to retire. I'm just kidding. Doug, if you're watching this, we love you, brother. but
Doug's awesome.
He's a great guy.
It's very big shoes to fill. I'm still working on filling them.
He really did do a fantastic job with the program, and he's a wonderful human being. And you know, we love him, and we're grateful for all the service that he provided, and grateful that he had the opportunity to finally get to spend a little more time with his grandkids and the things that were occupying his time. But that being said, I love you know, your background, and I love what you bring to the table. Tell me what the curriculum is. Tell me what it is that's not taught in schools that we talk about in youth and leadership, and why it's so important for these kids.
Well, we start each day off with mindset, because as everyone knows, that is the foundation to any success, is having the right mindset. We talk a lot about what we say to ourselves matters. Our self-talk is very important and definitely impacts our success. We talk about meditation, having time for ourselves, and it's not always traditional meditation, but sometimes it's life planning, business planning, designing how you want your future, and a lot of that plays into the meditation. Then we bring in a ton of guest speakers. We love bringing in guest speakers. I don't want to be talking the entire time. We want to have different ideas from all the coaches, as well as graduates from the program already. So we do bring in a lot of different things, and we plan it on a book. So we decide on the book, and it's sent out to the youth prior to coming, and we try and gear it around that and change that each time. The really big thing that I think is not taught in school is finances, how to become independently wealthy, how to actually take control of your life, how saving and building credit and investing early will change the trajectory of your life exponentially. So there is a lot of talk around finances.
You know, I love that. And, you know, you're talking about, well, first of all, both of those are really interesting to me. The finance piece, I agree with you. Like the schools just don't, even those schools that do teach it, they don't really understand it the way you and I understand it, and the way that we would want to see it implemented with our kids. And so it's really, I think, very important for us to help kids to understand how they can control their finances and how they can exponentially grow their wealth. And it starts with the simple small habits, right? And understanding money, and understanding, you know, what it means to have a profit and loss, and how to just because I have a credit card or just because I have checks left doesn't mean I have money, right? And the money's got to be paid back with interest. And so, you know, it's very interesting that it's not taught in schools, but it really should be. But I want to talk about the book for a moment. And I know that, you know, some of the books in the past, I know one of the books in the past was The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. I know you guys went through that one. Do you guys already have your book picked for BSM?
No, funny enough, our first meeting is today at 4 Eastern.
So I have a suggestion. If I could throw my hat in the ring, I've got a suggestion for a book that I just read, that my family is now reading together, and my team is now reading together, that I'm going to be encouraging Club Wealth members to read with their teams and families as well, that I think would be a great book for the kids.
I love it. We were meant to talk today.
It's good timing. And again, this is just a suggestion. You guys will pick whatever you decide to pick, but it's the book is entitled The Power of One More by Ed Mylett. Great book. You know, I don't get too excited about too many books too often, but this particular one really had some great points that struck a chord for me. And so if you guys get a chance to, you know, throw that one in the ring and see if that's one that those guys might be interested in. But I can tell you that it's powerful. It's good stuff. So that said, so you'll be meeting at 4 with the folks from Youth and Leadership to decide what book you'll be going through. Tell me what happens. I know you have guest speakers. A lot of the kids speak at these events too, don't they?
Yes. Yes. Actually, my daughter is coming for the first time this October, and she's doing a Pecha Kucha.
Fun. I love it.
Just for the youth group. And she's doing it kicking and screaming, but she'll thank me when she's older.
I'm glad you brought that up. It's interesting because I think a lot of the kids that go to the youth and leadership program, the first time they go, you're dragging them kicking and screaming, but then they always want to go after that because they realize that, oh my gosh, I just met a group of young people who are going somewhere, and I couldn't find this in my local, town or wherever I'm from. But now in this national group, I've got these friends from all over the country all of a sudden that have goals, that have dreams, that have aspirations, that are entrepreneurial, that are going to be running businesses, that are going to be growing their wealth. And I want to be part of that.
Yep. And I actually coming, she's good with that. It's the public speaking part. And it's 6 minutes. Come on.
She'll be fine. She'll be great.
I showed her the water park at the hotel, which really sold it.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious. That's funny. It is a nice water park.
Yeah.
Okay, so that being said, let me ask you this. So what is the goal for these youth, or what is your goal for these youth as part of youth and leadership? What would you like to see happen as a direct result?
Now, everyone's going to take a different path. As you know, you can give everybody the same information and it'll all be taken differently. But if we can even just change mindset a little bit or open eyes to how they can financially set themselves up for success early and not wait to have to dig yourself out of that hole later on when you have a whole bunch of credit cards that no one told you how to use. Or, for instance, I have a 21-year-old daughter, and she just bought a house this year.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And houses are not cheap in this area. We do not have house prices like you guys do. So it took a lot of hard work to get her to that point. So it just small changes over time and just building those friendships, like-minded people. As we know, that's why we do group coaching as well as our individual coaching. Being around like-minded people can really change your mindset. You are open to new ideas and you really get to propel yourself further. So just those small changes is all we want to accomplish.
So what would you, and I can appreciate that. I really can, because it's not, oh, we're going to just change your life all of a sudden. It's, hey, look, let's just develop some small habits that will get us to a better place than we're headed currently. And so I love that. I think it's fantastic. Let me ask you this. What would you say to parents that are considering bringing their kids? First of all, what would you say to the kids that are thinking about coming? And what would you say to the parents that are thinking about bringing their kids to this event?
So for the kids, we have a ton of fun. So this is not like come sit in a boardroom for 2 days and listen to people just talk at you. It's very interactive. You are going to make friends for life, and you really are going to make those small changes that will change your life in a big way. Because we all know that those tiny, small changes compound over time and become huge changes in life. So come have fun with us, make new friends. There's a water park for nighttime. It's going to be a blast. I absolutely loved all the kids, all the youth last time, and we had a great time, and there was some big goals made for life, and I had goosebumps more than once. I just loved the entire process. It gave me as much as I gave out. So come on out and let's start those small changes. And then for parents, basically what I just said, like, don't we want our children to be successful? Don't we want them to have everything they've ever dreamed in life? We talk about how hard work, dedication, making those changes in our minds, making those small changes in life are going to push us in that direction. So have them come out. Like, really, what do you have to lose?
I love it. That's fantastic. Well, good. Well, Coach Melanie, any final thoughts you'd like to share with folks about the Youth and Leadership Program?
Well, I just want to say Club Wealth is an awesome organization that is not just thinking about their actual clients, but they're giving back to the next generation. And this is not come and become real estate agents that we're pushing everyone in, all the youth in the room, to become real estate agents. Very few actually wanted that. We just want them to live their best life and, just to their highest potential. So, I'm super excited to do it again. I can't wait.
I'm so glad that you're excited. I'm glad you're doing it. It's a blessing for the kids. I think it's a blessing for everybody involved. Obviously, I think that we get blessings as we serve, and certainly we're changing lives. And so thank you for pouring yourself, your time, your effort, your energy into making this a world-class program and opportunity for these kids. So, and frankly, it's a great opportunity for the parents too, because they know that the kids are being fed good stuff that's going to benefit them in their lives. And who doesn't want that for their kids? I'm so glad I put both of my kids through the Youth and Leadership program. From the first year we had it until they turned 18, my kids were in that program and got great value out of it. And so thank you for carrying on that great tradition. So
well, thank you for giving me the opportunity. And like I said earlier, I get just as much as I give out. It's an awesome time. I love it.
I hear that. I believe that. So by the way, guys, click the link on whatever page you're on, wherever you're watching this. There's bound to be a link on there that will get you more information about the Club Wealth Youth in Leadership Program. And if nothing else, you can always go to clubwealth.com/YIL. That stands for Youth in Leadership, clubwealth.com/YIL. That being said, Coach Melanie, thank you so much for your time today. And if people want to be able to get a hold of you, by the way, you are an active selling real estate in Canada.
I am.
Okay. And so you're on Coach Jason O'Keefe's team, if I'm correct.
Yes.
And you're in where exactly in Canada are you? Are you in that town next to the Moose, or are they all towns next to a moose?
No moose in our area. We're in Kitchener-Waterloo and serve Southern Ontario.
Okay. When I hear Kitchener-Waterloo and I hear Southern Ontario, all I think of is moose and bears and wildlife. But I've been there, and I got to tell you, that's a big town. There's a lot going on there. A lot of people there.
We have lots of raccoons.
I believe it. One of these days, I'll tell you about the time I almost got killed by a raccoon. It was a monster raccoon. This thing was trying to eat me. It was a pretty big deal. I made it out alive barely by the skin of my teeth.
You're coming to Canada for 3 days in August, so we're excited.
That's right. I forgot about that. Actually, I'm coming to Canada twice in August. Once to do a round of events, and once to get my daughter married off to a Canadian. You guys came down here, invaded America, and stole my daughter. What the heck? I love it.
I'm sure he's a very nice guy.
Actually, he's fantastic. He actually really is. He's from Alberta. Wonderful human being. He's partnered with her now in the mortgage company. And so they're running that mortgage company together. And I couldn't be more tickled about who we're gaining as a son-in-law. Great kid, really, truly. So, all right. Well, Melanie, thank you so much for today. I appreciate it. And I will see you at Business Strategy Mastermind Conference in October. I think it's October 24th and 25th, if I'm correct. So if you guys don't have your tickets for that link should be on this page as well. And cannot wait to see you all there. So Melanie, thank you so much.
Awesome. Have a great one.
You too. Take care. All right. We'll see you there. Bye-bye.
87%. Yeah, that's the percentage of all real estate agents that get in the business today that'll be gone in 2 years. Let me tell you something. Why is there so much turnover in real estate? Because it isn't easy. And because most people don't know exactly what they need to do to get to the next level. Now look, regardless of whether you're brand new to the industry or you're a team leader, you've got 40 people on your team and you just want to get to the next level. If you're doing 10 transactions a year, you want to get to 25. You're doing 500 transactions a year, you want to get to 1,000. You're at 1,000, you want to get to 10,000. Let me tell you something. You need the right coach. Why? Because Club Wealth is the only coaching company on the planet that will literally guarantee that you will double your income or make at least an extra $100,000 your first year coaching with us, or we will give you 100% of your investment back. This is for people of all levels. Click the link below, sign up for the appropriate tier level, and let's get you a strategy session today. And I promise you, I 100% guarantee you, promise you that you will walk away with a heart full of gratitude for the time that we took for you, because you got so much value out of that call. Schedule your strategy session today. I promise you'll be glad you did.